Welcome to Daily Sync, your concise source for today's top stories, tech insights, entertainment buzz, wellness tips, and more. I'm Alex Harper.
And I'm Jordan Bennett. Let's dive into today's headlines.
Good morning. It's May 16th, 2025. From Nvidia's commitment to China amid restrictions to voice deepfake attacks on U.S. officials and looming retail price hikes,
We're here to keep you informed. Let's dive in.
starting with current events, Nvidia has announced plans to establish a research center in Shanghai, signaling a renewed commitment to China despite increasing U.S. export controls on advanced semiconductor technology. This strategic move comes at a time of heightened tensions between the two countries over technology transfers, with Nvidia attempting to maintain its presence in the crucial Chinese market while navigating complex geopolitical restrictions.
Former FBI Director James Comey is under investigation regarding a social media post that displayed 8647 spelled out in seashells on a beach, according to South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. Comey has since removed and apologized for the post, claiming he was unaware that people associate those numbers with violence. The controversy stems from interpretations of 86 as slang for removing someone and 47 as a reference to Trump as the 47th president, raising questions about potential threats.
Now, in technology, the FBI has issued an urgent warning that cyber criminals are using AI-generated voice deepfakes in sophisticated phishing attacks, targeting senior U.S. officials since April 2025. These attacks employ smishing, SMS phishing, and vishing, voice phishing, techniques to establish rapport with targets before attempting to gain access to personal accounts. Officials warn that attackers are sending malicious links disguised as invitations to move conversations to alternative messaging platforms, then using compromised accounts to access other government officials' contact information for further social engineering and financial fraud.
Netflix announced at its annual Upfront 2025 event that it will introduce interactive mid-roll and pause advertisements incorporating generative AI, with rollout planned for 2026. Amy Reinhard, president of advertising at Netflix, claimed that members pay as much attention to mid-roll ads as they do to the shows and movies themselves, and noted that ad-tier subscribers spend an average of 41 hours per month on the platform. This expansion follows Netflix's launch of its in-house advertising platform in the U.S. in April, with plans to double advertising revenue in 2025.
Coinbase has revealed that cyber criminals bribed and recruited support workers to help steal customer data in a significant security breach. The attackers obtained names, addresses, phone numbers, government ID images, account data, and partial social security numbers from a small subset of users before demanding $20 million to prevent public exposure of the information. Coinbase refused to pay and has terminated the involved personnel while working with law enforcement on the investigation. The company estimates it could spend between $180 to $400 million repaying affected customers and is offering a $20 million reward for information leading to arrests.
Today's hot topic: academic AI ethics.
The case of a Northeastern University student demanding an $8,000 tuition refund after discovering her business professor secretly used ChatGPT to create course materials highlights the growing ethical contradictions surrounding AI in education. Ella Stapleton, who recently graduated, identified telltale signs of AI generation in her professor's materials, including a stray ChatGPT citation in the bibliography, recurring typos matching machine outputs, and images showing figures with extra limbs. The hypocrisy was particularly striking as Professor Rick Arrowood had explicitly instructed students not to use AI tools while relying on them himself for lecture content.
This incident raises fundamental questions about value and authenticity in higher education. While AI can be a powerful tool for educators, transparency about its use becomes critical when students are paying substantial tuition for what they believe is original expert instruction. The university's decision to reject Stapleton's refund claim suggests institutions may be unprepared for the complex discussions about AI's role in education. As we navigate this transition period, Establishing clear standards for disclosure and appropriate AI use in academic settings will be essential to maintain trust in educational credentials and ensure students receive the expert guidance they're paying for, rather than content they could generate themselves for free.
Moving on to business, Microsoft's recent layoffs have disproportionately affected programmers in its home state of Washington, directly connecting to CEO Satya Nadella's recent revelation that AI now writes up to 30% of the company's code. This workforce reduction reflects the dramatic impact of AI tools on traditional software development roles and signals a significant transformation in how technology companies approach coding tasks that were previously handled exclusively by human developers.
Walmart's chief financial officer, John David Rainey, has warned that higher prices are likely coming for consumers by the end of May, with more substantial increases expected in June due to the Trump administration's tariffs. Despite Walmart's everyday low prices philosophy, Rainey told CNBC that the magnitude of these increases is more than any retailer can absorb. With approximately one-third of Walmart's merchandise imported from countries like China, Mexico, Canada, India, and Vietnam, CEO Doug McMillon acknowledged that the higher tariffs will result in higher prices, despite efforts by the company and suppliers to absorb some of the cost increases.
For your daily challenge, take inventory of how AI is affecting your daily work or educational experiences. Consider whether these tools are being used transparently and ethically in your environment. This reflection helps develop awareness about the appropriate role of artificial intelligence as a supplement to human expertise, rather than an undisclosed substitute. That's all for today's episode of Daily Sync. Thank you for joining us.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and share. Have a wonderful day, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.